Okay, it's 5 o'clock on Monday, July 17th, 2023, and we'll call this city council meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone. If everyone would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Deb.
Tyler.
Here.
Don.
Here.
Jody.
Here.
Harley.
Here.
Brad. Rodney.
Here. Entertain a motion to approve today's agenda.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Tyler.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Jody.
Yes.
Harley.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes. Motion carried, thank you. Across the mayor's desk, again, I just want to wish Jody well and thank you for serving on city council and all of your contribution in the last few years that you've joined us. So
Thank you very much,
we
Mayor.
wish you the very best.
Thank you. Thank you to the council, the mayor, and everybody in the administrative office. Really enjoyed my time, and I look forward to having someone step up in Ward 3 to fill the vacancy for now and learn more about the city and about our operations and everything, and we have a lot of good things going. So hope somebody has interest, and if they do have any questions, they can reach out to the office here, obviously, and me too if they have any questions.
Yeah,
Thanks.
good. You bet, thank you. Anybody else have anything that they would like to say tonight? If not, we'll move to Jacob's, an update from the city administrator.
Well, on that similar note with the upcoming vacancy, officially I think it's July 21st, the notice to fill the 3rd Ward council seat by appointment, which was approved at the last meeting, was published on the 13th in the Cassuth County Advance. So just a reminder that Ward 3, eligible electors interested in being appointed, they should submit their name, including information on their personal background, length of residency in Algona, civic and community involvement, and reason for wanting to serve to the city clerk, Deb Bell, by 4 p.m. on Monday, July 31st, if they'd like to be considered for that appointment of the 3rd Ward. That 3rd Ward's in the northeast quadrant of the city, and those ward maps are on our city website. So any interested persons have until the end of the month to submit their name if they'd like to be considered. Moving on to construction projects. The McGregor Street, Wooster Street intersection will be closing on Wednesday, July 19th for mainline paving of Wooster Street from McGregor to Kennedy, with all the ready-mix trucks that are going to be going into that intersection and backing up as they work from south to north. Just as a safety precaution, we're going to be closing that intersection for the day with all the big equipment going in and out of there. So that'll happen before 7 a.m. And then the crew will be working well into the evening with the saw cutting of the road that's poured that day. So there will be some noise in the area as they cut those joints into the concrete. So the 19th, between the early morning and late evening should see a pretty big difference, and then concrete work on the sidewalks, driveways, intersections, the handwork that will continue for approximately the next 4 weeks on Wooster Street. So McGregor will just be closed for that one day this Wednesday, and the detour signs will be back up for that. And then Central Park, the contractor is going to be starting removals and grading this week. And then with the change of the construction staging to the south parking lot as opposed to the north parking lot, is the way we originally had it laid out. Their sidewalk work, they're going to start from the south as well, in that southeast corner, and work their way up along Phillip Street. So should be seeing some action in that park this week. That's all I have.
Very good, thank you. We'll move to agenda item number 7. This is the citizens' opportunity to address the council with any item that's not on the agenda. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Yeah, Ron, come right up to the microphone there if you'd like, and identify yourself. And
Okay, my name's Ron Reefer, here with Edgar Meyer on behalf of the Ag and Watercourse Museum here in Alabama, Iowa, representing Sioux County also. We are in the process of applying for what's called the CAT grant, and part of that grant application is we have to have support from our local city council supervisors, and I'm here on behalf of the museum looking for that support. Now, Joanne has graciously helped us draft a letter, which Rick has already signed, not to shock all you people. But just kind of let you know what we're doing out there. This museum addition is going to house the All Iowa Racing Hall of Fame, which right now is based in Otho, Iowa. It's Nancy and Marty Pringle is who has started this museum. Marty is going through cancer right now and has been looking for a home for this. It's been going on for 6 years, this Iowa Racing Hall of Fame, and it is all of Iowa, and it's not just circle track, it's drag racing, motorcycle, all aspects of racing. And it's really garnered a ton of support. Like I said, we are going to be putting on, it's a 97 by 72 addition onto that building. And Joanne said to let you people know, just to know how many people go through our museum. Since the inception in 2013, to present, we have had 18,857 people through our museum. That's an average of 2,095 per year. And COVID years, we were a little bit down, that's why that figure went down. But with the addition of this Iowa Racing Hall of Fame, we're thinking it's going to be, we've got a lot of interest out of Minnesota, also people want to come down just for the racing history. And we will have a small theater, there'll be a bathroom, it'll have an upper mezzanine, just basically mimicking the museum that we have now. So we were just here for your blessing.
Good, thank you very much. Thanks for all your work, and we look forward to that.
Onward and upward.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak? Okay, we'll move to agenda item number 8, and that's the consent agenda. And that includes approving the minutes from our last city council meeting on July the 5th, approve the bills to be paid this cycle, approve the department reports, and approve the minutes from the various boards and commissions that have met, and approve Jacob's administrator's report.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion from Harley, second from Jody. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Tyler?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes. Motion carried. Move to new business agenda item number 9. This is a resolution authorizing the release of real estate mortgage.
Back in 2018, Craig and Stephanie Schaefer had a retail RLF loan with the city, which is, the new program name is the Small Business Revolving Loan Fund. That loan has been paid in full, so this resolution acknowledges that, and then authorizes the mayor and city clerk to release the mortgage on the property which secured the loan.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion from Don, second from Tyler. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Tyler?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you for that repayment, Schaefer's, and we wish you continued success. Agenda item number 10 is a resolution concerning the city taxi bus.
This is an annual item that we approve, but this is the transit agreement with the North Iowa Area Council of Governments, or NIACOG, for the city taxi service. It runs on a fiscal year from July 1 to June 30th. With that agreement, the city has a lease for the taxi service for the bus itself, which is $1 a year, and then operating expenses and repair expenses are split between the city and NIACOG. So this resolution approves this year's version of that agreement. It's been the same for several years. Just out of curiosity, I checked just this last month's numbers in June of what we had for ridership, and we had the taxi service provided more than 460 rides just in the month of June. Just to kind of give you a snapshot of how frequently that's used.
You know, Jacob, how long have we had the city taxi?
It's been here
Couple
since I've been
decades.
here,
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That's one, with the population of being over 5,000, we fall into a different category of all the different federal funding sources. So the funding and the vehicle come from NIACOG, which is federal funding, and because of our population, that's why we're eligible to enter into a transit service agreement, whereas other communities, just based on size, aren't eligible for the program.
Good, thank you.
Move to approve the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion from Don, second from Rodney. Any other discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Tyler?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 11 is a resolution pertaining to the skate park project at Central Park.
So this resolution formally accepts the 2022 Central Park Skate Park project and approves final payment in the amount of $12,952.50. So the skate park opened back up on June 30th and will continue to be open. May have a temporary shutdowns when they make the sidewalk connections to the skate park as part of the larger project. But the final grading and seeding, that'll take place this September once it gets a little bit cooler and better for growing grass. I know with some of these rains, we've had dirt going onto it, so we've got a broom down there. We've been trying to keep it swept clean, but it's available to use, and we're real happy with how it turned out with the work they came back and redid. And like I said, this fall, we'll get the final touch-up.
It's being used, for sure. We've seen
Yeah.
some activity on it, so. Good.
Motion to approve final payment.
Second.
We have a motion from Rodney, second from Don. Any discussion? Hearing none, vote please, Deb.
Tyler?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 12 pertains to street closures for the car cruise-in event on Sunday, July 30th. And I think, Tom, would you like to come up and speak a little bit about that if you would, and just maybe why it got moved and different date.
Well, this is supposed to be the third year of our Shrine Club car cruise in downtown Algona as part of Founder's Day celebrations. Our first year was in 2021, Friday night during Founder's Day. We brought in 43 vehicles. Last year we brought in 63 vehicles. And we're hoping for 80 this year. We thought we might get there. With the rain conditions, we decided we needed to postpone. This year, for the first time, we had sponsorships for the car cruise-in. So we put up nice brochures. We had 23 sponsors donating money so we could hire a DJ and provide a really great car cruise-in. So because of that, we thought we should find a new date, because we do have sponsorships, and we've already paid a DJ for his services. So looking through all the dates, we found July 30 was the best date possible. It gave us 2 weeks to re-advertise, redo the posters, and get on social media and all the email addresses to get the information out to bring your fantastic car, truck, motorcycle, or tractor to Algona and be part of another car cruise-in. And then hopefully next year, it won't rain again. We'll be back on Founder's Day weekend for year 4. So we appreciate your support in getting it moved to Sunday, July 30.
Thank you. And I think the closure then involves State Street between Dodge and Harlan, and then half of Moore Street, north and south to the alleys. This will be on Sunday, July 30th.
What are your times, Tom? Maybe you gotta look here.
Oh,
You remember the times on those?
1 to 4.
There we go.
Yeah,
I didn't
1 to
see
4.
the time.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
A motion from Harley, second from Jody. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Tyler?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 13 also involves street closures for various activities.
Thank you. Okay, so something new this year is Ridiculous Day, sponsored by the retailers of the Chamber. They they are going to add days to it. Instead of just one day, they wanted to add some days to it, and we thought about maybe a couple of food trucks. So I talked with Jacob. We are going to park the Rotary State Domobile right around the corner at the intersection of State and Dodge. They'll be up against the curb on the east side, and then the Reef is going to move her trailer from down by American Marine and go across the street from where the Domobile will be parked. I've already spoken with Jacob about that. Talked to AMU so we have the appropriate power for the Reef to hook up, and we are going to bring some picnic tables up so that if people want to sit and enjoy their purchase from the Reef, they can walk around and eat a donut, but it's kind of hard to walk around with the stuff from the Reef. So that's the first closure request. It will just go up to the alley on North Dodge Street.
What time will that be?
That was a question I had for you, because Dave Jensen, who parks the Domobile for us, wondered if there's any possibility that he could pull that in there on Wednesday night if there do not happen to be any cars parked there. He said it's a lot easier than trying to do it on Thursday during the day once people are parked there, whether they're shoppers or employees. Would that be an issue?
How wide is that?
Well, width-wise, it's not gonna be an issue, but the length, he will take up, he said if he has to go in and park it after there's vehicles around, he's gonna need 4 spaces to maneuver to back it in and get it set where he needs to set it. And he wants to have it open to the street side, which is why when you and I spoke that he wanted to close that street off. Because between the Domobile and the Reef, there won't be 2 lanes of traffic there. Do you see an issue with him parking that on Wednesday night? I mean, it would take away those parking spaces all day on Thursday, and the Domobile is going from 5 to 7 on Thursday afternoon, but the Reef will be from noon to 7.
And the hours of ridiculous days as such are,
Check the individual store ads
Oh,
for
okay.
details. There are no uniformity hours, Rick. That
Okay.
would- If you can figure out how to do that, you and I can talk.
okay, gotcha.
I mean, talking about that, if we put out no parking after like 8 AM on Monday, or sorry, on Thursday,
Okay,
no parking on that, I can put 2 signs up, they have to move there.
okay,
Would that give you time on Thursday so you don't have to deal
yes,
with that? I mean,
Yes.
it gives the apartments places to stay, or, people, but if I can put them out early in the morning, no parking after, or the night before, no
okay,
parking after 8 AM, he shouldn't have anybody to deal with. And
Right.
like you said, the Reef could come in as well.
okay.
That would hit both of them, and we're not dealing with the night before.
That would be fine. That's doable.
Okay. That's, if you guys are good with that?
So if the Reef will be set up and operating beginning at noon, would you want to have it closed then at that point?
Yes.
Okay, just beginning at noon on Thursday to 7?
And they're both closing at 7.
Should work.
You want to do all 3 at once or just one at a time?
I guess as long as we're, have consensus on that one, we can just keep going and then approve them all in one motion.
Okay, so last call before fall, this will be our 2nd annual celebration. It's on Saturday, September 23rd, and if you may remember last year, this took the place of our Taste of Algona, which was the wine and beer sampling. We had a really successful event. The request is that we close State Street from Harlan to Thorrington. We are not going to have the stage mobile set up at the end of State Street at the intersection of Thorrington. There just wasn't the crowd to justify the cost of having live music last year. So we also would request that Moore Street, both north and south to the alley, be closed because we have, the fire trucks will set up a display Then we also have horse-drawn wagon rides, and last year we had them too close together, and we realized that they needed to be separated to spread the crowd out a little bit. So again, we'll offer businesses and organizations the opportunity to set up carnival-type games. There will be food available. The committee has met once, but we are getting the information ready to send out to the businesses after our meeting tomorrow.
And what are those hours again?
4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
on Saturday, September 23rd.
That was a good event last year.
Yes, it was. Okay.
I think we're good.
Band-Aid.
And then the big one?
Yeah, okay, so, and this is a big one, this is our 75th annual band festival, and we've got, some additional things that we're going to be promoting, working with the VIPs through the school, just to do some extra events and activities. But as far as street closures, it would be the same, and Bo has already gotten the closure permission from the state. And do you have, because whatever streets are typically closed, I don't have that list, Bo has that.
I have.
Well, this map, all I did was update the date from last year.
Everything should be the same.
It'll be special, 75 years. That'll be really
Yes,
nice.
it is. It's a great tradition, because, who doesn't love a parade? And now that Nick Liebel is back at the high school as the band instructor, he has connections with Mankato. We have Mankato State University band coming. I'm hoping that we can draw some extra from them, like maybe a clinic for the younger kids, and haven't decided if we're going to do the drumline performances after yet. We're meeting tomorrow, and I know Nick is excited about, if any of you have ever been around him, he has a lot of enthusiasm and excitement, so it should be a fun day in Algona.
I know we'll see a lot of chairs and blankets out early in preparation of the parade, but what time does the parade officially
Parade
start?
at 1 p.m.
Okay.
I'm usually downtown by around 6:30, but when they park the State-Mobile, and there's blankets and chairs from the night before already. So we're looking forward to a great event to celebrate 75 years.
I'll make a motion to approve the street closures as discussed.
Second.
Motion from Jody, second from Tyler. Any discussions?
The only thing I wanted to comment while you're here is, in retrospect, we had a great Founder's Day. All the activities went really well. Congratulations and thank you to everybody who participated and made them. I think the new events were fun too.
They
so,
were fun, yeah, we're excited about building on them for next year.
Yeah.
We just have to get Al on that Friday afternoon weather. Otherwise, he did a great job, and messed that one up.
Yeah, don't cancel our car show again.
And then this weekend, All Call Theater, that play was great. They really did a good job. So,
Yeah, we're very
a
fortunate.
lot of fun things going on. Yeah.
And while I put this in my column, that's gonna be in the paper Thursday, and I heard Holly McNeil was in at the office today, and she was asking who was responsible for the beautiful flowers, so Amy was explaining to her how it happened, but I don't know if maybe we just needed some color in our life or whatever, but they look wonderful, so thanks to the city for making that happen, and to Glen Street Town for all of their care to keep them looking that way. I think it's a great addition. Nice welcome to Algona.
Yeah, heard a lot of positive comments about it this year. So.
All right, thank you.
Then, so we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Vote please, Dave.
Tyler?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Agenda item number 14 is to approve a pay application.
Matt Cole from Bolton and Mank is here. Invite him up for this and the next agenda item. We can review the pay applications we have, provide just kind of a quick project update if you wouldn't mind, and then if there's any questions you might want to pepper him with.
Yeah, in your agenda packet, got pay estimate for both projects. We'll start with the 2023
Street Improvement Project. This is for all the work through end of June. Paying for $127,451. Progress is moving along on that project. Water main's going a little slower than expected, but it is continuing on Elm Street and working on getting the main line tested up now. Start hooking up services by the end of the week on Elm Street. Get ready for grading and concrete work potentially next week already for concrete crew. So still got to work on Durant Street. They're going to continue finishing up Elm Street before they jump over to Durant Street's water main and curb replacement and driveway replacements over there. When the concrete crew does get here, they'll focus on Elm Street, kind of the longer stretches first, and then Woodworth and Wooster Street. Obviously, the Wooster Street's been torn up the longest, but everybody has temporary gravel access, so it's kind of a one-lane street that everybody can get to their home. So that's that project. Is there any questions on that? Library work will start once the concrete crew is here and everybody's kind of ready to start tearing up at the library. There's no big rush there to disturb it and let it sit for long.
Just appreciate your work, helping those residents on Wooster Street, being able to access their driveways, made their life a lot easier, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't always work that way, but.
Yeah, with just the timing of that being fairly small amount of concrete work compared to the rest of the project, the contractor kind of proposed, providing temporary access versus having the concrete crew mow in for a couple days worth of work in and out. Kind of the same concrete crew is doing both the Mill Overlay project and the Finn Wooster project. So with paving starting up in Wooster Street this week for the main line, as Jacob said in his update, I expect the concrete crews to kind of be in town here for the next several weeks on all the jobs. So. And then you want to do your approval first and then jump into Finn, or you want me to do something?
Let's approve it, and then we can move on to the next item.
Move to approve pay app.
Second.
We have a motion from Don, second from Tyler. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Tyler?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, Finn and Wooster. This is also for work completed through June 30th on that job. Already had both their underground crews working the entire month on Finn and Wooster both, and got a lot of work done. The project's moving along very well. Amount of this application, $589,249.85. So that's a good month's worth of work there. And like I said, they're ready for paving on Wooster, and they started grading on Finn as of this morning. Taking out all the dirt and getting ready for subdrains and gravel and rock, getting ready for concrete paving. On the south half, to start with, they have completed the change order 1 work with those intakes down at the low point that had kind of fell apart during removals of phase 1 that we were anticipating doing in phase 2, but ended up having to do this year. So yeah, progress along that is moving along. Smith Street is also still a part of that project. Don't have any set dates on when that's going to work out, but Reddick has been in contact with the property manager and has a plan together for keeping access for some parking there for the handicapped residents, and just kind of managing that with the EMS and taxi service and bus service. So when that project gets rolling, it should be kind of a quick and well-coordinated event there for that disturbance. It's a big apartment for a small parking lot.
Well, the weather certainly has cooperated. It sounds good for the coming week at least here, 10 days or so, so it's good.
Motion to approve pay application.
I'll second.
We have a motion from Rodney, second from Jody. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Tyler?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Thanks, Matt. Agenda item number 16, again, is an appointment to the tree board. Board member Scott Rath's term expired the 30th of June. Anyone able to contact anyone interested in the tree board? Not yet, so. Okay.
Contacted, but no interest.
Okay, we'll keep asking. And then agenda item number 17, this is a notice of future appointment to Library Board of Trustees. We need to appoint someone to fill the remainder of Siri Hartsfield, her term that expires June 30th of 2028. And this is just the first notification, this is a mayoral appointment. So that brings us to the end of our published agenda, and before we close, I'd like to thank Sydney Casey. She's our videographer for this evening. So with that, it is 5:29, and I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, the meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everyone.